Maybe I would go home and cook. You know what I'm saying? Or
he couldn't even keep a straight face when he said that.
I know.
This man ain't cooked since he came out the womb. Stop.
Let's rock, let's rock. Can you take it to the top of me? I just wanna love you, baby. Always thinking of you, baby.
Hey guys, it's all that jazz. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Today I have my lovely husband as a guest slash.
It's good. Back again in the building.
Oh my god.
We back on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
So today I wanted to continue my series of things they don't tell you. So today we're talking about things they don't tell you about marriage. So
I took a day off from work so we could talk about this.
Stop. That's not why. That is not why. Number one thing that we wanted to talk about was compromise. So when you go into a marriage, or we're gonna strictly talk about marriages versus like relationship, but they tell you the compromise, but not like the depth of the compromise, from small things to big things. Like you're compromising every single day, whether it's we gotta have the fan on or the heat on tonight. Compromise. That's small, but it's kind of like
compromise to put both on.
Yeah, exactly. Or we do both, exactly. Or who finna go get the kid? Is it you or is it me? Or who gonna go pick up the kids? Is it you? Is it me? And it's small things like that that you want to like.
When you want to go somewhere, be like, hey, let me go to the gym.
Yeah. Yeah. When you know, we both ask each other because we know it can be like a lot. I mean, of course we have our mom's help, but to like a lot to hold down two babies is like, what time you trying to go and when you gonna be back? Because I be calling him like, where you at? Your kids is wilding out. Where you at?
Got that curfew all over again.
Exactly. You only have so much time to do things. It's a major sacrifice because you're sacrificing like your own individual time. You know what I mean? Like, so when I don't go get the kids, that's my time to be like, okay, let me decompress before the kids get home.
Yeah.
Let me eat. Let me breathe. Let me scroll through TikTok, watch TV, because once they get here, it's over with.
In conjunction with that, you also want, if you're gonna get married, you have to be willing to compromise. You just want to make compromise, but you have to be willing, because if you're not willing to compromise with your, with your spouse, every little thing you're not gonna want to do, or you're not gonna want to give this up or give that up. Yeah. Like your mindset got to be like, okay, I want to marry this woman. I want to get married to this guy. Okay, my mindset, my focus has to be, okay, we're gonna be living together. We may or may not have kids already. We're gonna do the work or the dinner situation. All these different instances. Like for me, I wanted to play in the men's league. I was playing in men's leagues before we got married. You know what I'm saying? I'm out hooping, working out all the time. But before we got married, I had to get in the mindset. Now that we're married, we gotta have time together. I can't be going, all day, but playing basketball, working out, or hanging out with my friends. Yeah, I'm already in that mindset before we get married. So when we get married, it's an easy transition for me, because I already put the work in mentally. In my life, I was like, okay, I have all this free time, but I'm gonna choose to go home at a certain time. I'm gonna be disciplined enough to, I get off of work at 5, I can be home at 7. And a lot of times that's when you was working like 1 to 9. So you wasn't even home. You know what I'm saying? So I would go home and cook. You know what I'm saying? Or
he couldn't even keep a straight face when he said that.
I know.
This man ain't cooked since he came out the womb. Stop. Start that over. Cut. What? I was gonna cook but he would go home like
and buy something.
And and buy us something to eat.
Put it in the microwave. Put it in the microwave. Put it in the oven or something. So simple stuff like that. You already gotta be in that mindset. Things are gonna change. The time is gonna be restricted. Now, if you meet someone and she's straight with me being going all day and doing all that type of stuff. Okay, that's
your thing.
But what else? We want time with each other, I just don't want to do my own thing, sit around and watch sports all day like on Sunday.
That defeats the point of money. Yeah, we working on Sundays, y'all. But that
the season over.
But that defeats the point of marriage, when people do just be like, okay, I'm gonna just go work, come home, I mean, I know you're tired from work though, but you know, we intentionally make sure we spend that time together. With and without the kids.
That's the point of a marriage. And look, it's not like we up under each other all day. No.
Yeah.
Like even last year, I couldn't play in the men's league, but I was able to, you know, coach a little league, you know, a little league team. That was fun.
When they were babies.
Yeah, when they were babies. The willingness to compromise and understanding, you know, your current situation.
Right,
so,
like right now, he understands he probably couldn't necessarily do that because our children are like toddlers, so they're everywhere, super handful.
Yeah,
it's not just eat, sleep, poop anymore. Like to be like, all right, babe, I'm gonna be home at 8 while I'm coaching. Nah.
Yeah.
Not right now, but maybe in a couple years when they've gotten a little bit more independence, it'd be like, hey, babe, I want to coach. I'd be like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Me and the boys come to see you.
Yeah, and that's just something that I had to give up, and it's okay because I could, again, compromising. When is a compromise? It's not like I can't go work out. Just go ahead and prepare yourself for it. Especially if your spouse wants your time.
Yeah.
So we'll make time for each other. You know, we'll go out to brunch. We'll go watch a movie. We'll go do whatever.
Yeah, even during their nap, we'd be like, okay, what you want to watch real quick for that, just to like have that time together. Because I know marriages can become such like work, kids, sleep, work, kids, sleep.
Yeah,
so
we
like
don't want
even
that. We're not having that.
Small things like we just try to be like, okay, you want to go take the boys to the park? Even that's us still discussing what we want our future to be. Like we're not perfect, but
get a little exercise in.
Yeah, exercise.
Get
like
some fresh air.
Yeah, just being intentional about it.
Another thing that they don't tell you about marriage, especially for the guys, and it's with being intentional, spouse would be, is like marrying your best friend. One thing that I've never agreed with, a lot of older people used to tell me this, or just in general conversation, you want to marry a woman to make her an honest woman. No, don't be trying to make no chick no honest woman. Don't be trying to, you know, boost her up. None of that. And me and Jazz, we're like such best friends. The marriage is just the top prize. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship, it's just the cherry on top. For her, she's like my best friend because we could talk about anything. We could do anything. We pretty much resemble each other. We're two different people, but we kind of have the same ideas about stuff. We kind of think the same way. We're just like best friends, for real.
Yeah, we are. It's cute.
Yeah, it is.
Prior to getting together, I always wanted someone that was gonna be like my best friend, that I could be like silly with, I could be serious with, and I can like confide in, and you wouldn't like be like, oh, I'm gonna come back and like eat you at this. Like we get on each other about stuff, but at the end of the day, like we can have fun together without having to do the absolute most. Like in the beginning, we started off like cool, but just that humorous side of our relationship started, you know, branching. We started being like, oh, like he's silly, like I could be silly with him, you know what I mean? And outside of being silly, you know that he can come to me about deep things and I can go to you about, you know, certain things that are, but it's super important, because if you don't have that friendship and you just go based off of love, you know,
not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. I'm not saying love runs out, but that can't be all that you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just gotta generally just enjoy your spouse.
Yeah.
I just naturally enjoy being around her and being with her. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of great times, you know. And like I think I said this in another video, or maybe I said it in our podcast. I couldn't imagine having twins with any other chick, because I don't think they can handle it the way you handle it.
Oh,
and we like you do such a great job of like tempering my emotions, because you know how I can get sometimes. I can get riled up really quick, and just go from 0 to 1,000 in a heartbeat.
I don't feel that way.
No?
I feel like you have so much patience, and like that's what you like help reflect.
But what I'm saying, you temper me though, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like I don't even realize that.
You don't even realize that you do. You know, because there's
yeah.
a calmness around, because you just so cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it was when we first met back in 2014.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even before we started dating. And we were just cool ever since then, ever since, you know, you started working a little bit more at PetSmart. Like, we just hit it off real smooth.
Yeah, it's so crazy how it worked out. Like, I'm super grateful. I feel like the same way we became best friends, but you, even right now, we bring each other to, like, reality sometimes if we start getting in our feelings or emotional about stuff. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed, blah, blah. And you like, babe, like, sit back, think about this, think about it. And I'm like, okay, you right, babe, you right. Like, just bring it back, relax. It's gonna be all good, you know? Like, we keep each other pushing, we keep each other understanding. Things always are changing, and keep each other afloat so that we don't go insane, because it's just so much that goes on in life that, you know, to have somebody else balance you out is super a blessing. You know?
That's pretty much how your marriage should be.
Yeah.
That should be just bouncing ideas off each other, just bouncing, different things off each other, and just living and just being happy. That's really what a marriage is. It shouldn't be this log jam, this stress, sad, frustration. It shouldn't be none of that.
Yeah, like even when there's been times where you've been down and out, or like times where I've been down and out, whether that's like emotionally, financially, or whatever it may be, we both still was like, okay, this is hard, but we still like, okay, we gotta keep pushing it and hold it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Another thing I won't say don't tell you, but another thing about marriage is having kids is easier when you have a support system, like whole support system. Like we're not talking about just each other, but whole. Like what was you telling your friend the other day? A whole
village.
Yeah. Like they didn't lie. Like that's the thing that they say, but that a village though, because I mean, kudos to the people who just doing it by themselves. That's cool, and I'm glad that's working out for y'all. But without it, I feel like we got a whole team. You know what I mean? We do. It is helping make things like easier as we try to like move through life and get to the point we want to get to. Knowing Levi gonna be super blessed because they're gonna have this huge family. Like they're gonna have your whole side of the family. They're gonna have my side and my dad's side. That they're gonna have like uncles and aunts and cousins to come together with.
And like I said, with the previous point with the guy, it's always important to be intentional with not only who you marry, but who you get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like, there's so many people who are working backwards. These guys, they'll see a cute face and
I'm not putting that on.
Well, just block it out. They don't know her personality. They don't know her home life. They don't know who her friends are. So then when she's pregnant and if she's crazy, then you want to be upset and writing all types of craziness on Instagram. Yeah. And on Facebook. You didn't do the work. You didn't have a rapport or relationship with her so well that if you was to get her pregnant, you would know, if you would basically have that support system. If she got good parents, she got good friends, she got any connections in in the childcare industry or whatever. You just wanted to get it. And now you stressing like, oh man, my baby mom was doing this, my baby mom do that. That's why I say you got to be intentional about
your moves,
what you do.
Every move you make.
Seriously, every move has to be intentional. Yeah, it's a choice. A strong support system is just so important because, like I said before, we got so much stuff at the baby shower. We didn't even buy Pampers for like the first 3-4 months.
Right, and it's just like
clothes.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the support.
Imagine how much money we saved just by having a good support system.
Right.
I come from a good family. She come from a good family.
Yeah.
I got good friends. She got good friends.
No drama.
Like
as far as like in our families, where it's like my mom don't like your mom or your uncle don't like. You know what I mean? Like if we all hang out, it's all just like cool and that's it.
I go Saturday.
Yeah. Like there's no like, oh man, I don't know if your sister and my whatever
we'll
gonna get along.
Oh,
like we don't have to question
my dad's
it.
a certain way. I've seen how her family operated. Yeah. She see how my family operated. Yeah. Years down the line, we got kids, and it's going how we thought it would go. Yeah. Which is always good. Another thing that I'll tell you about marriage: the purpose of marriage is building together. So I think, like you said, a few minutes ago, a lot of people get married because they love this person and that person. That ain't necessarily the purpose of marriage. Because I first said I loved you in 2016. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Should we have gotten married then?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. No. I was so broke.
Oh my.
I was dusty.
But we were at the same level though.
We weren't ready financially to be married. What's the point of being married and we staying at our parents' house? I'm staying at my parents' house. She's staying at her mom's house. Yeah. There's no point in being married. You can't build that way. You know what I'm saying? Being intentional. If you're gonna date somebody, date with a purpose.
Let them know.
That's the main thing. Don't be out here wasting time. Or sometimes you just gotta be honest with her, and see. And if she doesn't take it well, she don't take it well. Like, hey, little shorty, I ain't really trying to get in a relationship right now. But I just want to see where things go.
No, see, but question: do most men know within the first 6 months if that's somebody they want to be with forever?
Of course. I'm sure all men are able to slot women accordingly.
Okay, so don't even approach her. Why you gotta see where it's gonna go? I'm like, people 28, 29, 30, 31, 32
Okay, but
don't got time for that.
No, there's
Are
women.
you talking about when we were younger?
No, even now though, some women are looking for a good time. They don't want to be in relationships either. You gotta ask, especially if I meet some chick at a concert or at some
now we're talking about some podcast,
or some club. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably not, and she out there shaking her booty,
that's not
with a G-string going and a leotard or something. Then I know that I can slot her accordingly.
Okay.
That's the type of chick I want to ask. I ain't really trying to be in a relationship. I'm just trying to have some fun. Are you down? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, in the circumstances that you met her.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But as far as like, you just meet this average Joe girl, she seemed pretty good. Like, don't mess over her. You see what I'm saying? Like, men, if you don't want a relationship and she does, don't act like eventually you want a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't drag women along either. That could affect them, and you don't want to be part of the problem with chicks being the way that they are.
Yeah.
Cause I know I've done that a couple times, and you don't want to do that.
Men either don't as women, we don't need to drag men either.
Yeah. There's some guys who can handle it.
Yeah.
They start stalking you and all that type of stuff.
Right.
Some people are just weird, and they need a lot of prayer. So I'm gonna say a prayer for them after this episode.
Oh my goodness. Well, that sums up our video today about things they don't tell you about marriage. Comment below some things that if you're married, that you learned along the way or still learning, or if you are a fiance or whatever it may be. We appreciate you watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Peace.